Hello everyone, welcome for today's presentation on underground cables. Welcome, my name is Lawrence Mamanyi. I'm an electrical trainer as well as an electrical engineer. I hope and believe that you are going to enjoy this presentation. Welcome. We're going to begin with the introduction, whereby underground cables is a case where we have cables that have been laid under the ground, and then current is passed through from the substation, the load end, where the power supply is intended to be used. We have several ways in which power can be transmitted from the substation to the load point. One, we have or we can use underground cables, or we can be able to use the overhead system. For now, we are going to start with the underground cables, so that at a later chapter we shall be able to go through the overhead system. Now, underground cables involves digging of trenches, and then some tunnels are constructed. Then electrical cables are passed through of various sizes depending on the amount of voltage and current that is being transmitted to the load point. It will depend on a number of factors that determine the size of the underground cables to be used. We shall look various sizes of underground cables at a later chapter. So next, let us look on advantages of underground cables. These are benefits that are associated by laying electric cables underground. Number one, underground cables have less liable to damage through storm or lightning. Here in this case, by digging out trenches around 2 meters, then tunnels are constructed through which the cables are passed. After which they have been passed, the ground is covered neatly, thereby not exposing the cables to the storm, as compared to using overhead cables, where the cables are laid through the pole, where they are exposed to various weather conditions such as the storm, lightning. For underground cables, they are not exposed to such weather conditions. Number two, it has low maintenance cost. This means that once the cables have been laid underground, it's very difficult, or it's very rare to find them being maintained or disturbed and such cases. Number three, it has less chances of faults. So once the cables have been laid underground, it has minimal disturbances. No one comes to interfere with the cables. They lay still for a long time without any disturbances, meaning that it has less chances of fault occurring. Then it eliminates hazards of electrocution due to breakage of overhead conductors. This means that by laying them underground, it's minimal, it's rare to be tampered with by an individual, as compared with the overhead transmission, where somebody can climb up the pole, try to interfere with the conductors, or maybe a tree fails, cutting the conductor, thereby exposing individuals to electrocution. Let's look on the disadvantages of underground cables. Number one, they have greater installation cost. It means much expenses is going to be incurred carrying out the installation, whereby you will have to hire in laborers to dig the trenches, the concrete, the cement and everything, later covering. you have to find the technicians to pass the cables through the tunnels. So it's very laborious, therefore making the cost of installation to be greater. Then it has installation problems at higher voltages, whereby it will require cables of a greater conductor size to be used, which may result to less insulation as compared to overhead system. Thank you very much for being available for this presentation. I believe you have really enjoyed this presentation. See you for today. Let's meet during the next presentation. Thank you.